Okay guys, here we are back again with the United States team over in England. When we left, the boys had just secured promotion to the Premier League. Obviously, I didn't see how they began the season or anything like that. Just going to jump straight into it now, see whether they managed to survive. You may remember the media predicted that they would finish 19th in the league, so let's see whether Kike Setien managed to keep the boys up. And there we go. 17th. One place above relegation. Let's see how it went for them across the season. 34 points, 4 points above Brentford, who I imagine would have come up with them, or maybe the season before. So just about, I mean, usually 34 points, you'd say that's relegation territory by the end of a season. But on this occasion, they've managed to stay up. Setien will be very pleased with that. Yes, he is still manager. There we go. He's still manager. Let's see what sort of team he was going with last season. Zach Steffen, Sergino, Dest, Owen Atasowi, who's at Wolves. Also another one who's recently made his Premier League debut. Chris Richards, Anthony Robinson, Weston, McKennie, Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Gio Reyna, Pulisic, and Timothy Weah leading the line. Josh Sargent really seems to have fallen out of favour. Only 5 games. It says 6 here, it said 5 on the last screen. Started 5, 6, 1 off the bench. Pretty strong team. I mean, I imagine that's what you'd think they'd go with as their strongest 11, something like that. What do the media think they're going to do this season? Let's take a look. 19th again. They don't think they're improving. Well, they can't improve, as we know. They've got a transfer ban. But, I mean, some of the players, obviously given their age, would have developed, you'd thought, over the last year. Got a bit of Premier League experience under the belts now. But famously, the second season is more difficult than the first. Just ask Sheffield United and they'll tell you. But I'm confident. I'm confident that the lads can survive another season. Setien, if he can, remain at the helm, you want to take it further than they did this time, beyond the 34-point mark, looking at 40 and maybe like a mid to low sort of position in the table, ideally. I believe 19th is underselling this squad, and I think they can do much better. I've got a hot prospect, though, who's come through in the youth ranks. I mean, he's quick. He's not got much else. He's got 7 finishing. And he's a striker. So that's their hot prospect. It's going to be all Americans that are keeping them up, because if this is all they've got to rely on other than them, they're not going to be in for a good time. What I'll do now, I'll skip it forward 2 years. Hopefully then, by that point, they'll be around a mid-table side in the Premier League. We'll see how things go for them. I'll see you soon. Right, here we are then, back at it with Birmingham. Well, when we left it, they'd just survived their first year in the Premier League, finished 17th. Media didn't expect anything from them once again. They were tipped to finish 19th. Let's see how they did. If they've survived, if they've gone up, maybe they're pushing to a top half finish these days. We'll see. They most certainly are not. They finished rock bottom in the season just gone. So they went from 17th to 16th. The season that we left it on. So let's take a look, see how that went. Don't really sugarcoat the fact that they've gone back down. 40 points. Well, I did say let's try and push for 40 points the following season, which they did. 38 games, 40 points, survived the drop by 7. You would have thought at that point, 2 years in the Premier League, let's grow, take it further, go a step forward next time. None of that. They didn't like that idea. And oh my God, they've done a Derby County. Just beat Derby County's points tally, I believe. I think they finished on 11. And the in-game Derby are mugging them off. 25 points clear of them, survived. So Birmingham are back down in the Championship. Oh, well, that is painful. And as you would expect, given that absolutely torrid display in last season's Premier League, Kike Setien did get the boot. Vincent Kompany's took over. Notoriously not a good manager, based purely off his time with Anderlecht. I think they were like mid-table or bottom half of the league when he left them in real life. But how long's he been there? Only a few months. He joined back end of last season. He still didn't win a game. 7 games, 7 lost, as you'd expect. And Setien did not have a good time of it. 26% win percentage. Oh, Kike. What are you up to these days? Unemployed, I'd imagine. Yeah. After finishing in the Premier League with 12 points, not a lot of teams are going to be coming after you, lad. So get used to being on benefits for a while. Company has taken charge now. What sort of 11s were they going with these last 2 seasons? So that was the season that we left it on, and then it went to this. McKennie's been moved back to a centre half, which I can't say I'm a fan of. He's not that tall, is he, Weston McKennie? Should really have that in feet. That is quite tall, actually. So yeah, he could do a job at centre half. Dest, yeah, Robinson, John Harrison took the goalkeeping position. Zach Steffen only managed 9 games. John Harrison, he's got to be came in on the youth intake. He's wanted by Bournemouth. I don't know why. He's just been part of one of the worst teams in Premier League history. Why is Steffen not getting in ahead of him? That makes no sense to me. Pulisic, Reyna, Musa, yeah. Alex Mitten. Leading the line ahead of the likes of Zardes and Weyer and Josh Sargent. This is a really odd team. And in the last season, well, in fact, this team actually stayed up. So last season, when they've got 12 points, John Harrison still in defence. Kevin Kenny, another one from the youth intakes. This is bizarre. Why are there so many players from the youth intake? Another one, left back. Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Alex Martins. Yeah, we just saw him. He's real. I believe he is as well. Yeah, I think he's at Schalke in real life. He sounds American, is he? No, Jimmy Schultz. Oh, this is the hot prospect from from 2 seasons ago. He's developing all right. 19 years old. Yeah, can't complain about that. Can complain that Gio Reyna finds himself on the bench, having only played 14 games. Pulisic played 15. Yunus Musa played 15. Chris Richards 10. Who's doing this? Why are these decisions being made? You had an 11 that kept you in the Premier League 2 years in a row, and you've gone, you know what? These American lads who are developing quite nicely into some of the best talents in world football, no, we're going to give these 17, 18, 19-year-olds a chance. And you wonder why you've dropped down to the Championship. I've had enough. I'm going forward another 2 years. Vincent Kompany, what is going on? I'm going forward another 2 years. I mean, hopefully they'll bounce back. Before I do that, we'll take a look and see what... Well, yeah, first, as you'd expect. But it all depends on if they play this 11, which we know is the strongest 11. If they play it, they should bounce back. If not, they're in for a world of hurt. I'll see you all again in 2 years' time. Alright, we're 2 years in the future. We're now in 2027. Birmingham were expected to finish top of the league quite comfortably in the Championship. Let's see whether they did it. No. On the back of a 12-point season in the Premier League, they finished 15th in the Championship, having been touted as favourites, comfortable favourites for promotion. And this season they finished 7th, which was just outside the playoff places. Let's take a look at that first season that we left them on. What on God's green earth happened? 59 points, yeah. Quite comfortably away from any sort of playoff challenge. Not really a lot you can say about that. Last season, they did a bit better. They did end up only a point off the playoffs. So hopefully that does show signs of improvement and the team is developing a bit. Again, let's take a look, see these best 11s, what they like. John Harrison, still starting goalkeeper ahead of Zach Steffen. Makes no sense to me. Phil Jones. Oh, has he been here the entire time? I didn't even realise we had a player called Phil Jones. Oh no. Lance Welsh. He's got to be another. You wonder why you finished 15th. Who is Steve Dawson? Who is David Bacon? The only excuse was him being American and him being Kevin Bacon's son or something. He's clearly not. Nick Scarlett, he's got to be another. Yeah. And then Sergino Dest played 11. Musa played 10. Evan Rotundo, who I know is one of the lads who started the save. He is a real player. He is American. He's getting plenty of game time. Though not developing that well. Not brilliant. And then you look on the bench. Pulisic. No signs of Gio Reyna. No sign of Weston McKennie, unless I'm being completely blind. Oh, this is awful. I imagine they've gone through a stream of managers as well since Thierry Henry. Of course, Thierry Henry came in and did a job. Not a good one, mind you. He got sacked. Now we've got Errol Bullitt, who's managed 4 games and he's unbeaten so far. 2 wins, 2 draws. Where is he at? He's at Alanyaspor in real life. They moved on to Fenerbahce, Leicester, now Birmingham in game. I tell you what, at this point in the save, I thought I'd be talking about a team challenging in Europe or, going for Champions League places in the Premier League. And this is just putting in a downer on my mood. I've just come back from work to record this and not had a great day at work, and then I come back to this. What's going on, Birmingham? Again, last season, when they did make a playoff push, Gio Reyna's come back into the best 11. Pulisic remains on the bench. Musa's dropped down to the bench. And a lot of the players from the youth intakes are still dominating the best 11, which just tells me that they keep playing them. Why do they keep playing them? Jimmy Schultz is developing nicely. He continues to develop quite nicely as well. So I'm quite happy with that. We should just give him Bob Bradley. I mean, I know he didn't do great at Swansea, but at least he's American. He might be a bit biased towards the players that I actually wanted to see on display in this video. But yeah, I mean, what is the... You'd imagine, again, even with the squad that they've got is essentially the same squad with a few new players from youth intakes. So again, they're going to be, comfortably predicted to go top. If you look at the best 11... I mean, oh no, that's West Ham, but 3 of the back 4, 2 in midfield and 1 of the strikers are Birmingham players. This team should comfortably be going up. And yet, I get the sinking feeling that this is not going to happen. I will stop it here. I'm going to do a part 3. I'll jump forward another couple of years, and if it carries on like this, I'm just going to go forward by about 10 years and be done with it, because this is painful. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying the videos, I know there's only a few up on the channel so far, please do give us a like, drop a subscribe in there. I'll be uploading as much as possible, trying to get 3 or 4 videos up a week, different kind of things, experiments. The Let's Play that I've started with PSV as well will be coming up quite regularly. So yeah. Drop us a subscribe, drop us a like, and I will see you next time. Peace.